Hey there and happy Wednesday. So hopefully my scratchy voice gets me through tonight and got some new things on board, and hopefully that'll help me going forward too to get better a little bit faster. So I'm waiting to see if anybody jumps in, but I never want to wait too long just because a lot of you watch live, my lives on replay. There's Lisa. Hello, Lisa. And so I never want to take too much time to wait for people to jump on board if they're watching on replay. So tonight I am bringing you probably my last Christmas card of the season. Hi there, Lois. Hi, Marie. And I really struggled today, like bigger than life. And I think it just brought back memories of when I would try and plan all 10 of my cards like in 1 or 2 days, and it would be nonstop stamping until all 10 were done. And the first 5 to 6 would just fly by. 7 would be a little bit slower than 8, and you might think it's because you're running out of ideas. Well, how it happens for me when I get towards the end is I still have so many ideas, and it's trying to narrow it down. And so that's kind of where I felt stuck tonight. Like the card that I started out with is not at all like what I'm showing to you. Hi there, Lynn and Deb. So tonight is card number 5 out of 10 for my December stamp set of 10. And it says Noel, but you can't read it this way. But I always like to give you a sneak peek of like what's coming up and what the color combination is or what the theme is. So it's definitely Christmas. It's my last Christmas one. And let me get my let's see, my iPad down and my card down, and then I can show you better what the card really truly looks like and everything else on my desktop. My desktop was a disaster today too. It didn't help that I had stamps everywhere. So here is tonight's card. Oh, I love how the light kind of picks up the iridescent sparkle in that snowflake. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on with this card. I even had an extra layer of red in there. And even my husband said, I don't know what's going on, but it's just not working. And even the snowflake, I like that I added the snowflake, but I don't know if it competes with the holly leaves. But it was just like at that point, I had spent a lot of time on this, and it was like getting more frustrated. I have to show you what my card was starting to look like. Okay, does this even look like this? Not at all. I wanted to put some of that silver, the silver pretty metallic paper here out of the holiday catalog. And I love that it's got different sheens and to it, and then different shades of the silver, and some of it even looks like a little hint of purple to it. So I was trying to take like the purplish sheet and back that with Blackberry Bliss, which is a favorite color to many, and do something with that. And I was trying to put a Christmas verse here. Definitely the snowflake didn't fit in, and I wasn't even trying to fit that snowflake in, but I just thought, okay, what's it need? And that wasn't happening. But I like to let you guys know that not every day is easy for putting cards together. And like just slowly this card migrated to that card, and like I said, not even close, but that's how it is. Hi there, Shelley. So part of what inspires me to go through what I'm planning to do is the last chance list and the carryover list and such. And so today, the Happy Holidays bundle, so from the mini catalog, that is actually retiring. So on page 27, you can get the whole bundle for $39.50. I'm always curious, like to see how people order things. And so some people have just been ordering the stamp set alone. Some people have just been ordering the fun holly border punch separately. And some people have ordered this as a bundle too. So it's always fun to see, how people order things when they go after products and such. And so on the retiring list, the bundle is retiring, the stamp set is retiring. If you're just curious about, on the second page, the holly border punch, that is on sale at 20% off. So that's $18.40 instead of $23. So just to kind of let you know that too. Sometimes I forget to point out those details, but when there's a sale, I always like to. And today is free shipping. So if you have an order of $50 or more, it is free shipping today. That goes till 1 a.m. our time. So just to let you know about that. And this is my color inspiration. This is kind of a new color combination for me. I've never put shaded spruce together with basic gray. And isn't that just pretty together? And Lisa's watching. And Lisa, I'm not doing blue, and I still like this combination. And so I brought in a little piece of the silver, just like the littlest piece, but it adds a little bit. And then basic gray and basic white to that. Okay. And then no punches. So I kind of told you about the bundle, but I'm not using this punch. It's a very large border punch. This is the one that's on sale for $18.20 instead of $23. And I have used it not too long ago, so you can kind of see how that goes. I've used cards just using the punch alone, and I've used cards using the stamp set alone. I've bundled them together. So today the stamp set gets all of the attention only. No embossing machine, our cut and emboss machine, no punching. So kind of your old fashioned, like back to the basics stamped card here for those that don't have all the bells and whistles or don't want to use all the bells and whistles. Today's card is going to be that type of card. But I am going to heat emboss, which is one of my favorite things to do this time of year. Let me start by getting out some scratch paper here. Can you tell I used my blends on this before, my blending brushes? Okay, so let me just pull out this. And then this is basic gray 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 folded this way. And I'm going to open up my basic gray, which coordinates with that basic gray ink pad. And then from the Happy Holidays, which I love the sentiments. I know I've said that before, but there's lots of great sentiments in here. That bird, people will be like, oh yeah, that's the bird. I wanted to do something with these holly leaves, and I love the big Noel. So with the holly leaf here, I'm going to stamp a background. So this technique is very like old school too, as far as stamping a background. So what I like to do is start kind of in the corner, so I have somewhere to go. And then sometimes I work my way to the middle, and I never want to trap my design in the middle. So it's kind of like checkers. It's like once I go in, I always want to back out so that I know I have a way back out. So I kind of just stamp away, and then I can always add to the edges last, and then I'll know how much space I have. So that comes together really quick because that holly leaf is pretty big. Hey there, Leah, nice to have you on here. And then I'm going to just take and do my inside right away, because I know I want a holly leaf down in that corner too in basic gray. So that I'm just going to stamp for the inside. I'll add to it a little bit later. But I also want to just clean off this stamp set and switch it to black. So I kind of just want to do all my stamping with that one color, and then it's done. So that's good to go, and I will put that here. And then next I'm going to grab a piece of white, basic white. So this is 1 1/2 cut by 4 inches. And with that, I will get out my Noel stamp here and my Versamark ink pad, because we are going to emboss. So I will just ink that up and get it all sticky. And I always say I'll put it on here, but you won't really see it because it's clear, sticky ink, until I pour my silver embossing powder on top. And I don't think anybody would ever say, oh my goodness, she's embossing again, because I think embossing and Christmas just go hand in hand. So I would say the majority of my Christmas cards this month have had some kind of embossing on it. I think this is my second time using silver, and I've used white already in my first part of the 5 cards. I'm going to see if I can get it close, if you can see it. It's always fun to watch it change color there. There we go. Once it starts, it really takes off and doesn't take long at all. Most of it's just getting the cardstock hot, and there you have it. So it kind of turns from grainy to completely done in just a short matter of time. And then I'm going to pull that over and open up my Memento black ink and just ink up my holly leaf again and kind of just stamp that off to the side like so. It doesn't look too special, but I'm going to color that in. All right, and just kind of get some of these things covered up so if I move some of my cardstock, I don't get my ink on it or anything like that. For my coloring on my Noel holly leaves here, I just like to bring it a little bit closer. This isn't anything too in-depth, but I like to show you with the blends. I'm just taking Real Red and just I think it's the lightest, yes, the light Real Red. There's not a big area. Normally, even though it's this size of an area that I'm coloring, I would still do dark and light, but I'm going to come through and embellish it with some red rhinestones. So I feel like you would lose the effect of the light and dark anyway. And I'm one that, why waste time if it's not going to show that you've taken the time? That's always kind of how I look at different things with crafting. Now these colors of blends are the shaded spruce. So I'm just outlining with the dark shaded spruce here and then following that line down the middle. And this is the only holly leaf that I'm coloring in. I'm not going to color in the one on the inside of the card. Some of you that really like to gussy up like the outsides of your envelopes or the insides of your cards, you might go, I would never think of leaving that blank. That's getting colored in tonight while I watch a movie. But that I just wanted to leave blank. And then this is shaded spruce, but the light version here. So I just kind of try and almost like scribble back and forth to pick up the dark color that I've laid down and blend that out like so and like so. There we have it. So I feel like it really, really makes those leaves pop by doing the light and the dark there. And I'll just pop my camera up a little bit again, just so that you can see better, have a better, wider view of everything else that I'm doing to put it together. So now it's just some basic assembly. So this is cut 4 inches by about 2 1/8. And I just want to get some adhesive on this little strip, and this is that silver from my silver pack. And hi there, Carol. And this is a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So the theme is 4 inches. If you haven't figured out, I've done this 4 inches, 2 1/8 by 4 inches. My white is 1 1/2 by 4 inches, and I want to make sure that that is straight across there. And actually, I think I want to pop this up. I don't know if I did on my sample, but I definitely want to on this. I think it'll just add a little bit of extra oomph to have that popped up too. So put some dimensionals on here. And there we go. Get all the garbage off of my tray so it doesn't make its way back onto my card. And we'll just kind of give that a nice little border between that. So having that silver piece underneath there just makes that extra pop with the silver embossing Noel. And then this is where earlier I had thrown in kind of some red, and I'm like, well, that's kind of pretty, you know, to make that. And then when I added it on, it was just, I don't know, it was just getting to be kind of too much. Well, I had it straight across, but I didn't like it. And then when I just took the red out, then I went, you know what? I really, really like how sharp the shaded spruce is with the basic gray on there. And this little piece here is 4 inches. Once again, that 4 inch mark by 3 inch. And this is coming from the Neutrals 6x6. So this is that 6x6 stack of all the neutral colors, but just the patterns of it. So you can easily, like I could have taken some of the shaded spruce from the Regals or something like that. But sometimes it's just the little pieces of these patterns that don't have a lot of different colors to them, but just the solid color and patterns are really fun to play with too. And then this, I'm going to just take my adhesive and put that on and kind of center that across here like so. And not too much, because I'm gonna try and put in that snowflake. And here's my snowflakes. I had to wonder where I put my snowflakes, because I was doing, like I said, this card had about 14 different versions. Here's another version of today's card that doesn't look anything like it, but looks like that other pink one that I was going to do. And that's where my snowflakes ended up. I was like, oh no, where's my snowflake? One snowflake stayed on my desktop and that ended up on my card, but I need another snowflake for the card I'm making for you guys. There we go. And these snowflakes are carrying over, so that's good to know too, because they're a fun little accessory. I'm going to take a dimensional here. I love how the center of the snowflake actually looks like the dimensionals itself. It kind of has that same shape. And I don't think it's a coincidence at all, because we all know how Stampin' Up! Coordinates and plans how it does stuff. So I'm just going to kind of at an angle, just kind of tuck that snowflake in, and then it's going to just kind of pop where that is too. And then we're going to do some more popping up here with more dimensionals, like so. I might need a new sheet, which I've always got about 5 of them at the ready here, because I go through my dimensionals really fast. I don't know if anybody else goes through a ton of dimensionals, but I kind of have a little tray here that I kind of open up 2 packs at a time. There we go. And so we've got a bunch of dimensionals on there, like so. And then this is ready to just put right on the card, like that. And so the card is 4 1/4 inches, so there'll be a little bit of the side showing on each side, but I just feel like that adds a little bit of pop to that pretty designer series paper, like so. And then this is shiny, and it kind of connects with the iridescent snowflake up there too. And then for the inside, I'm just going to get back out the piece that I stamped my holly leaf with, and to kind of follow through on the inside with some of that shaded spruce color, I'm going to open up my shaded spruce ink pad here. And there's lots of different sentiments to choose from for the inside. And last month with the November set of cards, I think I used this one with that. So I was like, okay, let's do something different. And even the For You, I have to remember when a stamp set has For You, because a lot of times all through the year I will send cards or make little tags that have For You. And I'm always like, now what stamp set had that? And so I'll have to remember this one, even though it's Christmas, has what I need. But for tonight's card is going to say Christmas blessings to you and yours. And that, like I said, is going to be inked up in the shaded spruce for a nice, it's a nice bright green color. And a lot of times for Christmas, I do a lot more with red. So it's kind of fun to bring in the green. So I'm just going to let that dry 1 second before I flip it over to put adhesive on. It doesn't take that long, but in the meantime, I might as well add some embellishments to my card here, because you know what would a Christmas card be without embellishments? Thanks, Julie. Hi, Patty. Yeah, this is not a color combination I would normally put together, but the shaded spruce and the basic gray look really nice. And it's something that I think I might continue on, like not around Christmas, but like it would be a great color combination for guy cards too. Just nice and pleasing, or even for flowers that have a lot of greenery in them too, to add some gray to that. And then for my embellishment, I'm pulling out my red rhinestone basic jewels. So I'll do one kind of in the center of each of these holly berries, so that the artist sketching on the back side, or kind of, yeah, the back side of the berries still kind of shows, but then we have some extra bling on there too, which is kind of fun. And then I'm just going to take my adhesive and finish putting that on the back side for the sentiment of my card. And that will go right in here like so, and then it's finished just like that. So we have Noel, and we have Christmas blessings to you and yours. Like I said, it's just kind of fun at Christmas time to add lots of shiny, shimmery, extra little steps to make the card look a little extra special there too. So there you have it, card number 5. And for doing all the little steps and the embossing and everything, it doesn't take that much extra time to do that. And I always kind of keep in mind, like, okay, if I were to do a whole bunch of these cards to send out as my Christmas card, like how much time do I want to spend? But a lot of times I think we all do it kind of assembly style, where we do like one step at a time. And I think this would be an easy card to do, like one step at a time, do all the embossing, do all the coloring, do all the background stamping, and in no time at all you'll have that movie watched in the background and you'll have your cards done too. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Marie. So that's card number 5 out of 10 for December. I still have 5 more. So my next 5 out of the 10 going forward will be all occasions. So thank you, birthdays. Sometimes I actually look at my stash that I have here and go, what do I need? Because that usually means like, okay, if I'm using that, then that means I need to replenish not only my supply, but maybe it's something that's a need for you guys too. So I'll be doing more of those types of cards for the last 5 of the 10 for December. And so tomorrow afternoon, I'll be back with card number 6 for you guys. And that'll be how that, what to look forward to for that. And then how you can get my set of 10 cards is if you're thinking of ordering, free shipping today, orders over 50, free shipping. And if you get to $75, still free shipping, but then you'll get my set of 10 cards that I'm making this month for free. If you don't need to order anything and if free shipping's not enticing you today, that's totally fine. And you can just let me know and say, hey, Belle, I want the 10 cards. And that's $25. That includes the shipping of the cards to you, unless you're local. And then I'll do delivery for those as well. So hopefully I'm on the mend and we'll have more excuse me, energy, but I can already tell that my voice after 20 minutes is kind of disappearing. So I'll sign off and see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.